Guys, to another session of Hassan reading the news. He's a crafty little bugger. Even though he looks young, he's into the latest news, politics, you name it, anything that tickles his fancy basically. So let's see what's happening in the news. At the moment he's very interested in the Ukraine-Russian war, which he believes is going to happen imminently. Hassan finds it very funny that Biden holds hour-long call with Putin to warn of swift and severe costs if Russia invades Ukraine. Yeah, I'm sure Putin's really scared of that. I'm sure if he's going to invade, he's already calculated his losses and gains. So this won't deter him at all. President Joe Biden called Putin on Saturday to warn him of swift and severe costs if Russia invades Ukraine in an apparent last-ditch attempt to avoid military conflict in the Eastern Europe. Okay, I'm sure Putin's really scared now after this call. If anything, he's probably more determined to attack him now. He's demanding that the West keep Ukraine and other former Soviet countries out of NATO. Okay, that's the reason he wants to go to war. Russia must de-escalate and engage with NATO proposals. Well, that's exactly what he doesn't want. The White House said President Biden was clear if Russia undertakes a further invasion of Ukraine. The United States has moved its remaining troops out of Ukraine. The United States has moved its remaining troops out of Ukraine and ordered the evacuation of all embassy staff in Kiev. Okay, it's interesting. So let's see what the press has to say about this. Okay, the sound's a bit low. I think it's going to happen. It's only a matter of time, really.
From the very beginning, we didn't believe it at the very beginning of the war on the east of our country in 2014. That's why I have to analyze all the information which we have.
Okay, I'm sure Biden's really appears to be aggressive. You know, you can tell by the picture here. Who's in charge?
Between the US and Russian leaders has failed to ease tensions over Ukraine. Presidents Joe Biden and Vladimir Putin spoke after the US.
Is that ever going to be solvable?
Well, it is solvable in the following sense. I think Mr. Putin ought to realize and certainly knows that there's no country in NATO champing at the bit, insisting that Ukraine enter. Even the Ukrainians know this. So one possible solution that a colleague of I have suggested here in the US is some sort of moratorium on membership. Whether Mr. Putin will settle for something like that, as opposed to a formal written guarantee, which he will not get, is the unknown question.
Now, you've criticized America's foreign policy after the end of the Cold War for excluding Russia from Europe's security architecture. What approach do you think the United States should be taking?
Well, the horse is kind of out of the barn now, but at the end of the Cold War, the United States faced a choice of expanding NATO. Okay,
so the call between Biden and Putin, Putin's not really deterred at all, is he really? To me, it sounds like he's more determined than ever. It's just a matter of when he's gonna attack and how he's gonna do it. I think it's going to be very stealthy, swift. Okay, guys. Keep an eye on this. Let's see what happens. Thanks for watching.